Welcome to Travel with Surajit on YouTube. This is a video on the first day of our Andaman tour. The first day of travel involved a flight from Kolkata, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport, to Port Blair, Veer Savarkar International Airport. We visited the Cellular Prison Museum after lunch. The prison was constructed in the year 1906. Then we witnessed a wonderful sunset view from Corbin's Cove beach. After sunset we returned hotel. We stayed at the Hotel RHISHBH on Marine Hill Road, Port Blair. Reporting time was 2 hours prior to departure and our flight was at 8:35 a.m. We had to wake up 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Morning tea made us refreshed. We got ready by 6 a.m. We started our winter adventure at 6:05 a.m. and arrived at the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Airport domestic terminal by 6:25 a.m. I had done the web check-in the day before. Luggage check and weight check were to be done. After the completion of checking we stood in line for our own security inspection. The entire operation took 1 hour. Our boarding gate was 20 and we took seat on the lounge. The flight was delayed. It was due to heavy fog. We had more than 1 hour to spare, enjoying a cup of coffee with the sunrise from airport terminal. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport is an international airport located in Kolkata, West Bengal, India, serving the Kolkata metropolitan area and is the aviation hub for eastern and northeastern India. It is located approximately 3 kilometers from the JYOTI. The airport is locally known as Kolkata Airport and Dum Dum Airport. Our adventure started. 2:05 hours passed before it finally touched the land at Port Blair, Veer Savarkar International Airport. Except the amazing flight view just before the plane landed in Port Blair, the entire flight was uneventful. Especially the last 5 minutes before touching down at Port Blair, Andaman. You must enjoy the breathtaking scenery. Travel agency Andaman Kartik planned our entire itinerary on 7 nights and 8 days. It was Port Blair to Port Blair. After collecting our bags from the baggage belt and exiting the airport, we found an agency representative waiting for us with our name written on a placard. Maruti Suzuki Ertiga was waiting for us in the parking lot to take us to the Hotel RHISHBH near Marine Hill. By 11:35 a.m., we arrived at the hotel and were given welcome drinks. Following a cup of tea and breakfast, we entered our designated room. We were told that we would go to visit Cellular Prison and Museum at 3 p.m. We got 3.5 hours for rest. After bath, we had a delicious lunch. We tasted prawn curry and crockery fish. We had the latter one for the first time in Andaman.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Around 3:15 p.m., we drove the 5 minutes from our hotel to Cellular Prison. We had the entry tickets. It cost 30 rupees per head. The visiting hours are from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Some guides were there who made you understand the stories behind it. We took a guide and started to listen the history and numerous stories regarding the cellular prison. Once it stood as the incarnation of terror and torment for the countrymen, but today it serves as a national memorial. According to information obtained, work on the prison's construction began in 1896 and was finished in 1906. The first structure was a brick structure with a puce hue. The building was constructed with bricks that were imported from Burma. The jail had gained the moniker cellular because it is fully constructed up of 698 individual cells for the solitary confinement. There isn't a dorm. Originally, it was a 7-armed, 3-story structure with a central tower serving as the building's pivot. 4 of the jail's 7 original wings had to be removed due to damage from the earthquake in 1941. 3 of the 7 prongs are currently intact and accessible to tourists. A photo gallery appeared to the right as soon as you passed through the memorial's gate. There were several pictures and informational posters with pictures. Everyone can gain a solid understanding of the history of the British Raj in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the Japanese invasion and departure from these islands, and the significance of cellular prison in our independence movement by patience-full reading in this gallery. A library, an art gallery and a Netaji gallery are situated on the first floor of the building. A stunning model of the cellular prison and its surroundings was kept on a large inside a glass box. The inhumane methods of torture have also been modeled in this gallery. The torture procedure was so painful that it definitely brings tears in the visitor's eyes. It might be appropriate to highlight that on December 29, 1943, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, then the leader of the Provisional Government of India, paid visits to cellular prison. We descended to the green lush lawn after touring the exhibition building. On the either side of the path were 2 flames that were constantly burning. Each flame was protected by a gorgeously crafted little circular open structure, each of whose 8 thin columns fixed to the corner of the base top shed. SWATANTRA JYOTI, the golden flame, is the term given to these flames in homage to our country's independence heroes. There was a spacious elevated yard coated with marble on the left side. There was a stone pillar at the far end of the yard. Jainizale Singh had dedicated it to the country. The pillar symbolizes our respect to the freedom fighters who fought India's first independence war in 1857 and to all the martyrs who dedicated their lives to make our country free from the British rule. Attending the evening light and sound spectacular show will let one understand this unfathomable chapter of human misery. Light and sound show was not present there due technical reason when we visited Cellular Prison. A photo exhibition called Andaman in olden days with hundreds of images of Andaman's historical past was located in the open grass. These are pictures of the old jail on Viper Island, bombing by British fighter planes on Chatham Island during World War II, Netaji Club, Chatham Bridge under construction, completion of Chatham Bridge, Victory Memorial and other selected pictures. We saw a tiny white altar on the ground as soon as we left the gallery. This was used to carry out a convict's final rites before hanging him by the neck until death. Execution was used to take place in a cramped space. The room was locked and shuttered when we arrived. The window was, however, open. We peered out the window and noticed neck cords dangling from the ceiling. 3 people could be executed at once in the room since it was so small. At viewing all of these, our hearts grew burdened. The main jail building, which has 3 stories, was our next stop. The structure once had 7 wings, with a tower acting as their intersection and 7 floors. The guards utilized the tower to monitor the prisoners. This particular design is supposed to have been based on Jeremy Bentham's concept of the panopticon. Like the spokes of a bicycle wheel, the wings spread outward in straight lines from the tower's center. When we visited, the tower did not have the enormous bell that was housed there to sound an alert. Each of the 7 arms was made in such a way that a cell's face could see a cell's back in an adjacent arm. This made it impossible for prisoners to communicate with one another. The British authorities instituted solitary confinement because they wanted to separate political prisoners and revolutionaries. Baburao and Vinayak Savarkar are believed to have been imprisoned for 2 years in separate cells without being aware of it. Each cell is around 4.5 meters by 2.7 meters. In addition to the grill door that allowed us to enter the hard-surfaced cell, there was a ventilator that was 3 meters above the ground. The cell has no additional opening. In each of these cells, a prisoner was subjected to solitary confinement. We ascended to the roof by small wooden stairs. Looking down from the roof, the main gate's minarets, the photo gallery, the execution room, and the location of the light and sound spectacle can all be clearly observed. We had a jaw-dropping beautiful view of the horizon from there. The area seemed intriguing and lovely under the fading afternoon sun. Owing to the pleasant, free-flowing maritime breeze, everyone on the roof was entertained. The 2 minarets on the main gate, the galleries, the memorial stone pillar, the large green lawn and the location of the light and sound display were all illuminated by the sun. The light blue sky and the deep blue water had merged into one another at a point on the back where the gradually fading color difference had become indistinguishable. We were all dumbfounded by these wonders. At roughly 3:20 p.m., we had entered into the jail campus. We were perplexed as how we reached 5 p.m. so quickly. Following our predetermined itinerary, we had to proceed to Corbin's Cove beach from there. We experienced a mesmerizing sunset there and took some photos. We took a tea break with some nibbles on the beach at Corbin's Cove. We returned back our hotel, RHISHBH, at 7 p.m. After getting refreshed, we viewed that day's photographs and videos that had been taken in camera. We had our dinner with a decent mouth-watering menu at around 9:30 p.m. It was then to retire to bed and recharged ourselves for the next day's journey.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. To be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
We had a successful first day of our Andaman tour and made a lot of long-lasting memories. For more information, see the description. Thank you for watching. Keep coming back to see more and more videos and information.